Welcome back to Why American Are Struggling to Get Ahead series. If you haven't already done so, please listen to part one of the series before listening to part two. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel so we can continue to discuss personal finance and personal development. As a reminder, this channel is for information purpose only and does not provide legal or financial advice. If you need legal or financial advice, please contact an attorney or financial advisor. Let's continue with part two. Reason number three, consumer debt is replacing income. The third reason Americans are struggling to get ahead is because debt is increasingly being used to fill the gap between income and expenses. Debt itself is not automatically bad. A responsible mortgage can help a family purchase a home. A carefully evaluated business loan can help an entrepreneur expand. Education debt may make sense when the cost is reasonable and the qualification substantially improves earning potential. The problem begins when debt is used to maintain a lifestyle that current income cannot support. When the paycheck is not enough, the credit card covers the groceries. The credit card covers the car repair. The credit card covers the family emergency. And sometimes the credit card covers vacations, clothing, and entertainment that the household cannot actually afford. Debt allows people to continue spending after the money is gone, but the bill eventually arrives. Imagine carrying a $10,000 credit card balance at a 24% annual interest rate. A significant part of every payment may go toward interest. You make a payment, but the balance barely moves. You pay again the next month, but much of the payment is absorbed by the cost of borrowing. This creates a frustrating reality. Today's paycheck is being used to pay for yesterday's purchases. The groceries have already been eaten. The vacation has already ended. The clothing may already be worn out. But the payments continue. Buy now, pay later services can make the problem harder to see. Each payment appears small. $25 here, $40 there, $60 somewhere else. Individually, the payments look harmless, but several small payments can quietly consume hundreds of dollars from future paychecks. The consumer does not feel the full financial impact at the time of purchase. That makes it easier to overspend. Auto loans are another major example. A salesperson may ask, "What monthly payment are you trying to stay under?" That sounds helpful, but focusing only on the payment can hide the true cost. The loan may be extended to 6, 7, or even 8 years. The buyer may accept a higher vehicle price. Expensive add ons may be placed into the loan. The payment appears manageable because the debt has been stretched over a longer period. But a lower payment does not necessarily mean a better deal. It may simply mean you will remain in debt longer. A lender's approval does not prove that you can comfortably afford the purchase. The lender is calculating whether you are likely to repay the loan. You must determine whether the purchase allows you to meet your other goals. Debt can create the appearance of affordability, but when future income is already committed to past purchases, it becomes very difficult to get ahead. Reason number four, healthcare costs are consuming more income. The fourth reason is healthcare. The United States provides access to advanced medical technology and highly trained healthcare professionals. But paying for that care can create significant financial stress. A household may have health insurance and still face thousands of dollars in deductibles, co-payments, co-insurance, and prescription expenses. A person can do everything that appears responsible. They can work full time. They can enroll in the company health plan. They can pay premiums every paycheck. And they can still receive a medical bill that damages years of financial progress. Healthcare costs also affect people in ways that are not always visible. Suppose your employer pays a large portion of your insurance premium. That employer contribution is part of your total compensation. As insurance costs increase, the company may have less room to raise salaries. It may increase the employee contribution. It may increase deductibles. it may reduce other benefits. So, healthcare costs can affect your financial life even when you do not receive a major medical bill. Healthcare also creates job lock. An employee may want to leave a stressful position. The employee may want to start a business, work part time, or move into a different industry. But the fear of losing health coverage keeps that person in the job. The job is no longer only an income source, it is the family's access point to medical care. That makes career decisions much more complicated. Medical costs are also unpredictable. You can estimate your monthly grocery budget. You can choose a less expensive vehicle. You can negotiate certain bills. But you cannot always predict when someone will become seriously ill. That uncertainty creates fear. A family may have savings, but they also understand that one major medical event could consume those savings. Some people delay medical treatment because they are worried about the cost. They may avoid preventative care. They may skip prescriptions. They may wait until a minor condition becomes a major problem. And a delayed problem may ultimately become more expensive to treat. Healthcare therefore creates both financial pressure and emotional pressure. Even households that appear comfortable can feel one medical emergency away from financial instability. The fifth reason is childcare. Parents are expected to work. They are expected to provide stable housing. They are expected to save for retirement. They are expected to prepare their children for the future. But for many families, childcare costs make it extremely difficult to accomplish all those goals at the same time. Imagine paying $2,400 per month for housing. Then imagine paying another $1,200, $1,500, or even $2,000 for childcare. In some cities, caring for two young children can cost more than the household's rent or mortgage. This forces parents to make difficult decisions. Should both parents continue working? Should one parent leave the workforce temporarily? Can a grandparent help? Can the parents work different schedules? Can the family survive on one income? I would not be where I am today financially or in my career without my mother in law's assistance. When my kids were younger, she dropped and picked the kids up for school and took them to their extracurricular activities. This provided the flexibility for my wife and I to work full time. These decisions affect more than the current monthly budget. A parent who leaves the workforce may lose years of career advancement. That parent may miss raises, promotions, and employer retirement contributions. They may earn fewer Social Security credits. Returning to the workforce later may also be difficult, but continuing to work may mean that most of one parent's after-tax income goes directly toward childcare. The family may feel as though one parent is working primarily to pay for the ability to continue working. Childcare costs can also prevent workers from accepting better opportunities. A parent may decline a promotion because the new schedule does not work with daycare hours. A family may reject a relocation because affordable childcare is unavailable. Parents may miss work when a child becomes sick or when childcare suddenly closes. So, childcare is not just a personal family expense, it affects career advancement, productivity, labor force participation, and long term household wealth. When housing and childcare consume most of the income, there is little left for emergencies. And when the next emergency happens, the credit card is often used. This is how several financial problems begin reinforcing one another. Reason six, education debt. The sixth reason why Americans are struggling to get ahead is the cost of education. Education can be one of the most valuable investments a person makes. A useful degree, skilled trade, or professional certification can improve earning potential and open new opportunities. But education becomes dangerous when the cost is disconnected from the value it produces. A person may graduate with tens of thousands of dollars in debt. Then they may discover that the starting salary in their field is not high enough to comfortably manage the payments. A monthly student loan payment of $500 or $800 affects more than one bill. That money cannot be used for a home down payment. It cannot be contributed to a retirement account. It cannot be used to start a business. It may delay marriage, children, or other major goals. Student debt can also limit career freedom. A graduate may want to work in a lower paying position that provides valuable experience or a strong sense of purpose, but the loan payment may force that person to choose the highest immediate salary. The deeper problem is that many students are asked to make major financial decisions before they fully understand debt and interest. At 18 years old, a student may borrow an amount that would make many adults uncomfortable, but the student may not know the graduation rate of the program, the average starting salary, the percentage of graduates working in the field, the likely monthly payment, or the total amount that will eventually be repaid. Families should evaluate education like an investment. What is the total cost? What is the expected financial return? What are the completion rates? What employment opportunities are available? Are there less expensive pathways? Community college may be a better starting point. An in-state public university may offer a stronger return. An apprenticeship, professional certification, or employer-sponsored program may provide valuable skills without overwhelming debt. The point is not to discourage education. The point is to prevent education from becoming a financial burden that delays wealth building for decades. My wife and I both went to community college and then to a 4-year college. I then leveraged my employer tuition reimbursement program to complete my master's degree. This concludes part 2 of the series. Please like, subscribe, share, and check back in next week for part 3.